Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another coffee talk. So today we're gonna be talking about 5 things I wish I knew before moving to LA, Actors Edition. For those of you who don't know, I moved to LA to be an actor. So these are kind of the things that I think would have helped me if I knew before actually taking the step in moving out here. Sorry if my angle is different. My camera fell over. Anyway, sorry, side note, my window had like these weird dots because of the blinds, so that's what that is. If it comes across my face, it's okay. It's okay. We're not here to be beautiful. We're here to be informative. This one in particular is geared more towards actors because that is what I'm pursuing personally. So this is my personal opinion and thought, and just throughout the few years that I've been here, certain experiences. So let's get to it. Number 1, come to LA with a reel if you can. As I mentioned, I come from San Diego, so it's not a huge film, TV industry. It is definitely more theater. So if you can, especially if you live in a city where the TV and film industry is booming more and more now, because it's not just LA and New York, there are definitely other places that TV and film is, you know, like Atlanta and Chicago, and I think there's some other places that are like starting to kind of grow. So if you can, definitely try and get involved as quickly as you can, as much as you can into that, and make sure you have a good solid reel, because let me tell you, I came out here without one, and it is honestly for me still a struggle to put a good reel together, because the student films that I've done, I either get cut out of the scene or they just never respond to me after I do it, so I don't get any of the footage. And so I'm like emailing them, which is, side note, if you're a director or an editor or you're doing some sort of student film, please, 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 please give your actors their stuff. Please. We would really appreciate it. We really need it for our careers. Thank you. So yeah, if you can, definitely try and build a reel. I feel like that will definitely give you a leg up a little bit. It's a good starting off point. You don't have to, obviously. I didn't come here with a reel, and I do know people who have gotten agents and managers without a reel, but I kind of feel like the likelihood of you being seen or being cast in anything aside from background without one is very small. So if you don't have a reel, the other thing you can do is at least do like some sort of scene or a monologue, or if you have a really good self-tape, so make sure you have something kind of put together that shows off your talent and who you are. Number 2 is have enough money saved up for good headshots, classes, casting networks. All of these cost money, and a lot of money, at least for me. Especially if you're someone who has to pay their own way like me. I worked for a full year. I worked 2 jobs before moving out here so I could save enough money, not only for headshots and casting networks and all that actual actor stuff, but for rent and for my car and for food and for emergencies. So I definitely recommend trying to save as much as you possibly can. But in regards to just headshots, classes, and casting networks, I would say try to save around $2,000 at a minimum, because headshots here obviously vary from person to person, but they are pricey, but they are very good quality for a reason. So definitely try and save up so that you can jump in and immediately start taking classes and workshops, and you know, getting to know people. And casting networks cost money too, so definitely recommend saving some money so that you're not stressed. Number 3 is get to know the business. So get to know what a casting director does, get to know what an agent does, what does a manager do, what is the difference, like how do they go about the business, how do you go about the business in meeting them, things like that. That is definitely something I really wish I knew right off the bat before moving here as well. And I'm still learning about the business, and due to the pandemic and due to everything that's happening right now, it is going to be changing. It has changed. I wouldn't say in a huge, super dramatic way, but I'm personally still learning about everything. Like when you're signing a contract, what does in perpetuity mean? You know, like all that kind of lingo, the language. At the end of the day, it's a business, so you have to know how it works in order to handle yourself better, in order to know how to kind of maneuver around and how being on a set is. Which also, by the way, when you're here, do some background work if you've never even been on a set. That is going to help you out a lot in terms of what it's like to be on a set, on a real set. Even if your background, it's still an experience, you still get paid, and let me tell you, most of it is waiting around. But that's when you can talk to other people and network and pay attention to what people are doing, see how they're setting up, like, I don't, just start being more involved. Number 4 is have a flexible job lined up or get one ASAP. If you're like me who has to pay for their own stuff, having a flexible job is very important. You need that flexibility because, oh, you got an audition, oh, you got a callback, oh, all of a sudden you book something and you need to be on set tomorrow at 6 a.m. and you're like, whoa, what? Point is, you have to have something flexible, something that you can kind of drop out of a hat. You can be at your callback, at your audition, because every opportunity that you miss is a chance that you miss being seen by someone. And trust me, it's hard. I understand. It is a struggle, and I've had my fair share of struggles. And if you want to know more about how I'm kind of maneuvering about this, I'm more than happy to share with you. From my personal experience, trust me, I'm by no means an expert. I'm figuring it out just as you guys are, just taking it one day at a time. And number 5, know how to market yourself. So with this, it's who are you? Who are you as a person? What's your type? What are some roles that you see yourself playing? So having that thought in the back of your head was going to be very important, because it's going to help you with your headshots, first of all. When you go in and you're like, okay, so these are the type of characters, these are the type of roles I want to embody. So that's already going to help you. The other thing is you're going to know, like, oh, do I need to give myself a little itch? Should I dye my hair brunette? Should I dye it purple? Should I go blonde? Should I cut it? Should I grow it? Just kind of seeing and getting a feel of how you want to market yourself. And that comes from within. It comes from, who are you? Who are you as a person? Are you part of the LGBTQ community? Do you speak another language? What is your background? What, things like that. Getting to know yourself and accepting yourself and putting it out there and being like, hey, this is me. Hi. Are you bubbly? Are you more reserved? Like, just really getting to know yourself and showing your personality through your photos, through getting to know people, through your social media, just things like that. How do you want to market yourself? And again, with this, there is no right or wrong answer. It's who you are. What are the roles that you want to go for? What are the steps that you need to take in order to achieve those goals? When I came here, I had no idea about how to market myself. I didn't even think about that. I honestly, when I first came here, I had so many issues that I didn't even do anything in terms of the acting world for about a year and a half. Like, I didn't even sign up for any casting networks. I didn't get any headshots. I didn't take any class. Like, literally nothing. I didn't even submit myself for like a solid year after I came here, because I had so many things go up in flames. If I had known these things and if I had all these things lined up, I feel like I would have been in a better place. So here I am telling you that hopefully I can help you take a little bit of a step forward, use this as a stepping stone to kind of get those wheels turning, trying to put all your stuff together, and just also remember to have fun. And remember that if this is the career that you chose, if this is what you're passionate for, if this is what you want to put out into the world, this is your creativity, your art, don't give up. It's gonna be hard, and I'm not here to discourage you. Trust me, I'm not here to discourage you, but just know it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of time and dedication, and you're gonna hear a lot of no's before you hear a yes. So also just remember that little tip as well. These are just a few things that I think are important, and I wish someone told me before I moved out to LA. And because when I came here, I was like a lost little kitten. I was like, what am I doing? And it took a lot of time and energy and tears to even pull myself together, you guys. It did. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.